For the last episode of The Good Stuff for 2023, I'm going to walk you through some of my favourite moments that happened on the show this year. Produced on Awabakal and Warramai land, this is The Good Stuff, powered by BYD on Newcastle Live.
This is
Good.
good stuff.
The good stuff.
One of the highlights this year was being a part of Newcastle's ultimate 90s grunge-inspired jam night, Temple of the Stag.
I always wanted it to be a really solid night for punters to come and watch and want to come and listen to, but also a space where people could get up and have a go and play with the band. I could not be happier. I feel very grateful, and I've always wanted to do something like that, and I just didn't know how it was going to look. So at the time of having the idea for Temple of the Stag, I was really craving community, and I was really missing my 90s grunge-inspired girl band, Babes of Wolves. I really wanted that outlet, and it's become such a great night, and it pretty much has ticked all the boxes that I had hoped for and then some.
Talking to the COVID chef himself was definitely one of the highlights for me this year too.
Video games, for example, they're something I didn't let myself play for years because I thought they were a waste of my time. Now I've got to do that because it's just end of the day. Jules and I hang out, we play some games, because it has nothing to do with work. I can't, unless I'm playing like a one-armed cook game or something like that. There's no cooking going on. There's no creating. It's just, a bit of chewing gum for your brain.
Yeah.
If you've got something like that, go jump in the ocean. I mean, it's probably cold now, but even better.
Totally. And what games are you playing at the moment?
Oh, I'm playing, I play stacks of stuff, but the one that's really switching me off, which is going to make me look like a dated old gamer, but it's Terraria. It's a strange...
Yes!
Yeah, you cross it. Yeah, so Jules and I have been playing a bunch of that. I think I've sunk about 60, 70 hours into just digging down to mine something for no reason, just to build a hat.
Because it's kind of like, it's like 8-bit Minecraft, right? In a way.
Exactly, yeah. I just dipped my toe in the Minecraft pool, champion. So, yeah, I may see you on the flip side of that in 20 years.
Following the release of Teen Jesus and the Gene Teasers single, Never Saw It Coming, we were joined by the person behind this Survivor's anthem, Neve.
I know, sharing it with the band and, they're my best friends and, sharing with them. So everything that happened, I could not have gotten through it without them. And so I think also, reaching out and knowing you're not alone is a really big thing, because it's you can't go through it alone. You've got to reach out for sure.
Yesterday, it was announced that Teen Jesus will be the main support for Foo Fighters at their NAMM Melbourne show. So what does this gig mean to you? What does that spot mean to you as a band?
God, it's actually insane. Because we got asked last year, and then Taylor Hawkins of course, sadly passed away. And so for us to then be asked again, it feels like you guys had 2 chances and you've taken us both chances. It's crazy. It's crazy because we all grew up listening to Nirvana, Queens of the Stone Age, and obviously Foo Fighters. So it's a big pinch me moment. And playing the stadium rock show, so crazy. Yeah, and I've heard that he always watches the supports, which makes me so nervous, because usually I feel you play with these big rock dogs and they don't really have time. And don't watch the supports, but apparently he actually does, which scares me. But yeah, I'm really excited. Yeah, he's always been a big drum idol for me, and I know the others love him as well.
The interview with Ezekiel Ox and Dane Blacklock at 1 a.m. at Dashville was one of the wildest rides of the year.
The fact that taxpayers' money was given to the no vote, 73 million to each side, right, and they see that as this false equivalence. I personally find that extremely offensive.
Yeah,
it was a 77% vote. It would have been higher if they hadn't had the propaganda machine. And I'm just tired of seeing our money go to Serco to lock up refugee kids, to let bigots stand in the street with signs. It was so damaging to our community. More hate in the community. We've seen what happens with people like Trump. So we stand against that, and I'm sure I speak for Dane and yourself, Bonnie. Like we need a community and a culture that just doesn't tolerate it. It's not an opinion, it's bigotry, and it's an ideology, and it's very damaging.
We celebrated the first drag bingo to ever happen in Maitland by chatting with Victoria Bitter.
It's been really exciting and really nice to come home and to be welcomed and to have a lot of opportunities to perform in drag, which is really wonderful. That's something that I never saw when I was a kid growing up around this area. Yeah. And because there's a lack of that sort of visibility of queerness around, it feels extra important to be that for people in the community and to show them that it's okay and to come out and experience it. And yeah, it's nice to be home. Yeah. I feel like I'm doing something really important and really special.
2023 West Best Blockfest was larger than life, and this chat that we had with Velda was a standout for me.
In high school, I was doing a lot of like blues things, and then it progressed to like metal bands and stuff. And it just hit a point where I was like, well, what do you do to get away from like conventional bass playing, conventional guitar playing? And then like hearing some random electronic things where like the drums just turned into a glitch. Yeah. I was like, oh, cool. That's really arrogant. How do I put that in on bass? And now I just like do it casually. Yeah. It's good though. Like if the audience isn't paying attention and you like make a glitch at them, everyone suddenly looks.
Jack River is a hero of mine, so it was brilliant to get to chat with her backstage at the Cambo Farewell. What was it about Genesis that made you go, yes, let's do this?
I feel like anyone watching who knows him and his music would, feel like it was a dream to have him on their track. He's just such an enigmatic, creative, like mysterious human. And when we were thinking we wanted someone on Endless Summer, I threw out Genesis as like an absolute dream and almost a joke.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we put it to him and his team and they said yes, so they loved the song. And turns out I've only met him the day we recorded the film clip.
No way.
So I don't actually know him. He's like still as mysterious to me as he was in the beginning. So
that's kind of good though.
Yeah,
right?
It's kind of fun. Don't meet heroes. He's so lovely, but I feel like he's a celebrity to me. Almost.
Yes.
Yeah.
The good stuff. That's it for the good stuff this year. I'd love to say a big thank you to everyone who joined us on the show and everyone who has tuned in and given some support. Happy holidays and also a happy new year, and we'll catch you in 2024 for more of the good stuff.